In just a moment, I'm going to show you a proven and simple path to retire a millionaire, no matter your age or your income. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Karan here from Life Accounting, and in today's video, I'm going to provide a path to wealth that nearly anyone can reach. A path that does not require a six-figure salary, an inheritance, getting your friends and family to sell supplements, or even luck. Surprisingly, this path only requires you to take 3 steps. Step number 1 creates money. Step number 2 grows money. And step number 3 protects money. Let's introduce step number 1 by first looking at an interesting statistic. If we zoom out, we can see that since the year 2000, disposable income in the United States has continued to rise at a pretty consistent rate. This is the income that we have remaining after adjusting for taxes. But literally right beside it, also rising at nearly the exact same rate, is consumer spending. Meaning, as a country, when we have disposable income, we like to spend it. So what does all of this have to do with retiring a millionaire? Nearly everything. We will connect the dots in step number 2, but becoming a millionaire is less about what you make and more about what you save. And historically, we don't do too well with saving our money. In fact, dating back to the year 2005, we tend to save less than 10% of the income we make. This is why step number 1 to become a millionaire is to start saving. In just a moment, I'm going to reveal the rate at which you should be saving to reach $1 million, depending on your age. But the truth is that almost everyone has room in their lifestyle to save more money. And there are only 2 ways to do it. You can make more money or reduce your spending. Now, we won't stay here for long, but how do you reduce spending? Well, you can take the extreme route like Dave Ramsey would suggest and adopt a rice and beans diet. I don't like that idea. Or you can choose a few more practical options, like reducing the amount of taxes you pay by following the advice we give out for free on this channel, by tracking and budgeting your spending habits, by reducing your subscriptions, by paying down high interest debt, by couponing and eating at home, you name it. The practical list of ways to save money is actually long and reasonable when accompanied by dedication. Okay, and how do you make more money? Well, I could think of a few ways, like making use of your Roth IRA or your employer's 401k match, by getting a raise or promotion at your current job, by job hunting for a higher salary, by starting a side hustle or your own business, which, by the way, starting a business is literally the cheat code, because not only does it allow you to make more money, it also allows you to take advantage of tax loopholes that ordinary employees simply can't take. Now, I'll leave a link in the description for a free training where I'll show you how to start a 6-figure business with only $250. Check it out. But the overall point is that there are practical ways that nearly everyone can save more money by making more, spending less, or both. Hey, take a look at this chart that shows you how much you should be saving at every age to become a millionaire by 65. Generally speaking, you should be saving at least 10 to 20% of your income per month that's reserved for step number 2 to become a millionaire. But the percentage you save can be more or it can be less depending on a few things: how fast you want to be a millionaire, your age, and your income. But whatever your saving percentage is, budget to save. Now, the caveat is that without step number 2, it is nearly impossible for the average person to become a millionaire or simply beat inflation. Without step number 2, it would take someone making $50,000 a year and saving 10% of their income over 100 years to become a millionaire. So, what is step number 2? Step number 2 is to start investing. Yes, start investing right now. Not January 1st, not next month, not next week. Start investing as soon as possible. By investing your money, you grow your money through a process known as compound interest, something Einstein called the 8th wonder of the world. Now, compound interest allows every dollar you invest to make more money, and then the money that you made on the initial investment to make even more money, and so on. Here's an example to help you understand compounding, before we talk about how to use it to become a millionaire. Hey, pretend in year one you make an initial investment of $100 that earns 5% interest or $5, which brings your balance to $105. Now, in year two, your $105 earns 5% interest or $5.25. Now your new balance is $110.25. Okay, I'm starting to like this. In year three, your balance of $110.25 earns $5.51. And now you have a balance of $115.76 without you doing any work. Compound interest turns $100 into $115.76. Compound interest is literally the OG of passive income. The earlier you invest, the faster you can enjoy the benefits of compound interest and become a millionaire. But it gets better because the average return of the stock market is about 10% per year for nearly the last century. Some years are better, some years are worse, but in the long run, the average return is about 10%. So, assuming you start with $0 and a 10% return in stock market over the long run, here is how long you will need to invest to build a $1 million portfolio. If you invest $50 per month, you should have $1 million portfolio in about 54 years, while only contributing about $32,000. If you invest $100 per month, you should have $1 million portfolio in about 47 years, while only contributing about $56,400. Okay, let's have some fun. Bump that up to $400 per month, and you should have $1 million portfolio in about 33 years, while only contributing about $158,000. Okay, say you get like really aggressive and invest $1,000 per month. In about 24 years, you would have $1 million portfolio, but would have only contributed $288,000 in total. All right, let's imagine you get super crazy and aggressive and tell yourself you want to be a millionaire in 15 years. To do so, you need to invest about $2,700 per month to have $1 million portfolio. Put in more per month, and you can have $1 million portfolio even faster. There are a ton of compound interest calculators out there that you can play with to adjust your numbers. But as you can see, with a simple and passive strategy of saving and investing, you too can become a millionaire. And I love it because you can control how much you save, how much you invest, which puts you in the driver's seat of how fast you become a millionaire with this strategy. For 99% of people, I would suggest investing in an ETF like VOO that tracks the stocks in the S&P 500 for both simplicity and diversity. Now, step number 3 is where most go wrong and is actually the hardest to do for most people, even though it requires the least amount of effort out of all the steps. But before I reveal step number 3, be sure to give this video a like for me and let me know in the comments if I should make more videos like this. Okay, step number 3 is to simply stick to the plan. As humans, we are great at being bored, and the simple yet effective system I've outlined in steps 1 and 2 is far from exciting. So what do most people do? They veer off from the plan in pursuit of something that's more exciting. Even though compound interest provides greater returns the longer you let it work for you. So here are 3 scenarios I want you to avoid. The first is FOMO, or fear of missing out. When everyone is talking about the newest meme stock that jumped 200% in a day, you can be tempted to jump into that stock yourself. The problem is that most jump in too late and end up negative on their investments. Therefore, at all times, stick to your save and invest allocation. And if you want to jump into the newest, hottest stock, do so with extra funds that you can afford to lose. The second thing I want you to avoid is fear. Remember this quote if you don't remember anything else. Time in the market beats timing the market. And historically, we can see that after every major correction in the stock market, it rebounds even higher with time. And somehow, people still panic sell when there's a crash, even though it would be better to simply hold. The good news is that if you're consistently saving and investing, you get to buy the dip, scoop up cheap shares, while everyone else panics. I want you to view crashes as opportunities and not death. The third thing I want you to do is avoid complexity. As mentioned previously, the easiest and safest way to invest is in an ETF like VOO that tracks the S&P 500. Not only does it offer a dividend, further multiplying your money, but by doing so, you combine diversification with a history of solid return. Remember, VOO tracks the largest US companies such as Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon. When you invest in individual stocks, your portfolio is at a greater risk due to lack of diversity, can be more time consuming to manage, and returns can swing wildly from day to day, leaving you on an emotional roller coaster. Now, this is not to say that you shouldn't own individual stocks. If you think you have a winner and understand the risks of going individual, feel free to allocate accordingly. With all that said, you should now have an understanding of how anyone, regardless of age or income, can become a millionaire through saving, investing, and sticking with the plan. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit the like button for me. It helps others to find this video on YouTube. And subscribe to the channel for more financial information that helps you save on taxes and create more profit in your business. I'm going to put a few videos up for you in a second that I think you will enjoy watching. I'm Karan from Life Accounting. Until next time.